Hello, everybody. I am Sabri Zineb, a PhD student at the Computer Science Laboratory at University of Mossul. I would like, first of all, to thank the committee working on behalf of these conferences, allowing us really to contribute at this knowledge and learn from the interesting presentations, webinars, workshops, and so on. So thank you all. Today, I'm glad to present the advancement of our research study, so regarding serious games and the integration of graduated students in the labor market. It's mainly a review and study cases. This work was achieved by the help of my dear professors, Moomin Anis and Fahi. So thank you all. So let's begin by the table of contents of this presentation. We're going to start by the introduction to explain the idea and the goals behind our study, the methodology we followed to have an updated literature review, and the study cases we concluded at the end. As you know, students develop a big commitment personally and invest financially to pursue their education and get a degree that opens a lot of gateways for them to have a job. But what if the degree is not enough? As time has so much changed, recruiters, employers require today several abilities other than just knowledge. In our research, we really hope and aim to help these graduated students to easily integrate the work sector using the application of serious game and gamification. To do so, we followed an approach composed of 8 steps named in 7+1. So the 8 steps began with the preparation of the corpus set of course. So we started by searching the literature. We prepared really the extraction of the corpus by collecting a lot of research papers from different databases. Then we started sorting these research papers by checking every article using the table. Then we generated an OIS file to import into NVivo project. This allowed us to do a lot of analysis in NVivo to generate a lot of classification sorts, visualization sorts, statistics, as we are going to describe, helping us have really interesting insights and conclusions. To give you just an idea about our corpus distribution, so as example for the databases we use, as displayed here, we have 20% of research papers retrieved from the Springer Link database, 30% from ScienceDirect, for example, Scopus 90%, Whole Archives 11%, and so on. So we really aim to use to work on the quality of our research papers, because the literature review, is a milestone. It's a real milestone in the research journey. As you can see also by the reference type, we have 84% are journal articles and 50% are conference papers. On the timeline of the chronology by year, for example, we can see that since 1970, the research is about the application of serious games in the field of education and the field of teaching learning students has begun. We have, for example, 70 research papers conducting this. Until now, on 2021, we still have the researches about the application of serious game in this field. So yeah, this gives us a lot of insights as we are going to see. So this is the literature review after the update we conducted. As you can see today, our corpus is composed of 224 papers retrieved from these multiple databases. After the analysis and the pre-processing, we had a lot of statistics. These statistics, allowed us to find the conclusion that serious game and education are very related. Today we can use the benefits and the efficiency and the great impact of games and gaming in the field of education. As here I cited just some reviews we detailed in our paper, as Victoria, for example, Genito in 2011 They developed a game to teach intercultural business communication. So this game really went wild. It has a lot of uh, positive results, insightful results. As so hands, for example, they use games called It's a Deal. This game aimed to teach the history courses, not the traditional way, but using games, of course, by playing a game about historical courses. Tracy Sitzman, also in 2011, they conduct a study on 6,000 trainees. They had them play a game and at the same time opposed to teach them in a conventional instructional method. They really had, I just picked three statistics, the most important ones. They had a difference of 11% higher declarative knowledge. The trainees who played the games, they really have 11% of them higher declarative knowledge level. 40% of them, they had a higher procedural knowledge, a 9% higher retention level. This really confirms the, our base and our goal to apply serious games and the idea of video games in the educational field. So on this base, we started the study cases. The first one is the puzzle game. So the puzzle game aimed to help the students, the graduated students. The first step he's facing is to build his resume, to apply for jobs, of course. So the first idea we had is to help him in the first step, which is building his resume. The puzzle game aim to help the player to generate templates of the resume in the proper way, of course. So the puzzle game, its nature is a drag and drop game. So it started by this view, of course. It asks the player very friendly with the questions, with a friendly questions, of course, to um, to stay in the field of gaming. So we ask him for his name. The game asks him for some data, so as phone number, email, city, the title of the job he wants, his skills, his educational course, etc. And uses this data to generate a templates containing the components of his data, the data of the player. So the play is what? So the play game, it's all about dragging and dropping these components in the proper way. For example, as mentioned in the second template here, he started dragging and dropping in the proper way. And of course, if he drag and drops the component in the wrong place, he's not gaining a word. He's not gonna gain any points. So he's gonna fail the game. So this is gonna encourage him to understand the really proper elements to build a resume. I know the design is not so much well done, but it's on the work. The second study case we're working on, it's a quiz game. So the second one, of course, as I said, the first step is a resume. Why? To apply for a job. So if the candidate is accepted based on his resume, the recruiters or the human resources call the student for an interview. So this is the second step, is prepare the students for the interview. Certainly, the first interview is not evident for all the graduate students. So by this game, this quiz game, we're trying to put the students in situations. So and ask him, give him all options, of course, and ask him for the right one. So he picks an option. For example, here we're putting the students. For example, you're getting ready for your job interview today. You took a shower and now it's time to dress up. What options do you go with? So the students or the player, of course, the player has to choose one of them, fashionable, casual, professional. And if he picks the right option, that's good. He's gonna gain a lot of points. Otherwise, he's gonna be really losing the points in terms of course but he's gonna know why. We're gonna give him some tips to understand. For example, while a casual look is mostly okay, a professional one will be appreciated more, and so on. There's a lot of other situations. For example, to prepare for job interview, he should really prepare his resume, why to be organized, etc. So this is really some situations to simulate the interview for the player and help him, of course, get trained, get relaxed, encourage him at the end by a score, for example, uh, congratulating him for new positions to get him really prepared and get more situations to go on. So this is the two study cases we're working on, and really evidence strongly supports that teams can be effective, practical, and efficient tools for teaching players. So as we have seen with the updated literature review we conducted, and always with the two games we're working on, we are trying really to achieve the main goal we are trying to achieve is easing and making the lawyer's integration into professional life very successful. As we started by the analysis of literature review to prove the interest and impact of learning through games, then we implemented two early versions games to test the approach we proposed before, getting deeper to create a really big prototype aiming to fulfill the needs. So thank you all for your attention and thank you.